Hey, welcome to In the Den with Dr. Jenn, an open-minded and sensual place to explore sexuality in a comprehensive manner and start thinking about female sexuality outside the box. Our Den Chat topic today, sacred dancing. Now, we've all danced at some point, perhaps when others were watching or maybe all by ourselves. It's fun, it's exercise, it's expressive. But what about dance being empowering in a deep, soulful way? Well, we're lucky enough to have a guest in the studio today to talk about just this topic. Amalya Peck has a master's degree in arts and consciousness and shares her talents through dance instruction and producing women's ritual events, ceremonies, and workshops. She does this in her beautiful Goddess studio in northern San Diego. And as if this weren't enough, she's also an amazing artist and photographer, producing original photo-digital goddess art and commissioned glorious goddess portraits of women. Hello. So good to have you here. Thank you, and you look fabulous. So I know when you've talked to me before about dance, you've talked about dance as a sacred experience. What's that mean to you?
Dance is sacred in that it's working with the life force energy. And life force energy can be expressed as sexual energy, as creative energy, artistic energy, as sound, vibration, and rhythm. And where there's rhythm, there's movement. You know, we are vibrational beings. We are connected to that divine life force energy. And if we recognize that with our intention to express that, it's sacred. It's reconnecting with us with the divine. It's a form of communion with the divine.
Nice. Now, you just said something about sacred energy, and you said it could be sexual energy, it could be life force energy. That makes me think of our second chakra. Is that where you feel like we're pulling this from when we dance?
I think there's a lot of that earth energy, especially in more of the earth-centered dance type things like African dance or belly dancing or Middle Eastern dance. Bringing it up through the chakras. And then ultimately for me, it's about channeling it up and expressing it out through the heart. Singing, maybe you might want to express that out more through the voice, but for me it's about the soulful expression of dance, combining that power, energy, channeling it, and sharing it as a passion, as a joy.
Nice, awesome. So what do you think is important specifically for women around dance and experiencing their bodies?
It's important that we recognize that our body is a temple. And women have been denied that ability to see their body as a temple, as a sacred vehicle for allowing that expressive life force energy to be communicated through movement or through drumming or rhythm music. For the last several thousand years, we've been objectified, and we've been being a possession owned by another person, property. In many cultures. And so to be able to express ourselves, to see our body as that temple and to allow that energy to move in a sacred way, in a joyful way, with freedom, is a great gift.
Wow,
it's a great blessing.
Quite radical also.
Yeah. And it gets away from seeing dance as a performance, as getting up there on stage and wondering what people are thinking about you when you're dancing.
Right, and that totally leads into my next question, actually, because I know you've said, and you teach your students the difference of dance as performance and dance as an offering. How do you make that distinction?
Well, again, if you see your body as a sacred temple of expression, if you're channeling that energy, if you're using dance as a sacred practice, as a spiritual practice like Tai Chi or yoga, and you're developing your body to be a better channel, a clearer channel to express that life force energy, then it's empowering. And you can be giving that energy, that joy, passion, love, as an offering to the divine, to the goddess, or to whomever you're quote-unquote performing for. And therefore it becomes something that you're giving from your heart and soul, rather than getting up there and wondering, oh, I wonder, if my boobs look perfect tonight. I I wonder if I'll get a date after this performance. So it really, like you said, radically shifts the paradigm of dance being a performance to dance being an offering.
Totally. So it moves us from the space of judging ourselves and thinking that others are judging us and just moving, like transcending beyond that.
And the audience or whoever you might be dancing for gets that. If you're coming from a place of offering your joy, your love, your gift, that channel of divine grace or healing energy, they get that and they respond. They sense that spiritual connection, and it opens up their heart, and it allows them permission to be able to dance or move or accept that energy in ways that they'd never otherwise experienced.
Powerful for everybody involved. That's awesome. Okay, and our final question, which is our randomly generated Gorilla Soapbox question, is, what does your pleasure mean to you?
My pleasure, well, let's see. Are we talking physical pleasure?
Whatever that means to you.
Whatever it means to you. Well,
yeah.
I consider pleasure more in terms of my emotional, psychological pleasure.
Totally.
And for me, that means time for deep relaxation and being able to just take the afternoon off, not have any commitments, and go lay out in the sun naked and swim in my pool and feel that joyful energy of the water caressing my body.
Very pleasurable.
Yeah,
Thank you.
communing with nature.
So, thank you so much. And if you're interested in learning more about Amalya's work, you can go to www.goddessstudio.com and you can learn about how she works as a dancer, photographer, artist, and creator of magical spaces. Sexual fun fact number 602. According to a survey in a popular women's magazine, what percentage of women would rather have chocolate than sex? A whopping 70%. Now, according to other research, women who respond to sex surveys in popular magazines have had 5 times more lovers than non-respondents. Whoa, what's going on here? Maybe all the sex they're having is really that bad? Are the chocolates that good?